Oh, yes, yes, y'all. What's going on? This is your man, Martin and Naya, and you are watching a show that we call The Breakdown. Now, Rudy already ruined the surprise because he already got Tierra up on the scene. Take her off for just a moment. I got to bring her in. I got to do the actual intro here. That young lady that you saw right there, that we're going to bring on in just another second here, made a movie with our California Film Foundation and the Sacramento International Film Festival. And she made this movie for the 48-hour film festival, or as we like to call it, 48 Hours California. Now, I'm going to tell you about all that just to set the stage. So when I do bring her in again, you're going to get a little bit more excited than have me up there like what? So let me explain to you. So as you all know, the Sacramento Film Festival is entering its 28th year. And this summer, we have got a jam-packed show for you with more local movies than you have ever seen that has ever been displayed in one film festival or one go in Sacramento. You know how I know it's true? Because the last time that happened, it was us that did it too. So no brag. I mean, it's just a simple fact that we're getting a lot more wonderful, wonderful folk who are getting into those workshops, getting into the California Film Foundation, and for hook, nook, and crook, finding their own way to make amazing products. So we're very, very humbled and very, very gracious that is the case. And if you want to be one of those people, let me tell you right now, I don't know if we have a graphic on it, Rudy, but yeah, go ahead and put that graphic up for the 48 hours. This year, the theme is Gremlins. Now, let me explain something to you. You don't have to make a movie about gremlins, although how many people remember Gremlins? That was so much fun, y'all. And the idea is every year we have a little theme that goes along with our 48. Go ahead, put that back up there one more time so I can read off of it, Rudy. Every year we have, it's Cali's OG, Cali's original guerrilla film show, and every year there's a little theme, right? And last year it was weird science. This year it's gremlins. So what we'll do is we'll pick either a prop, a named character, and a line of dialogue. We're going to pick those things, and those things are going to be themes that come from Gremlins. We'll have a prop from Gremlins, we'll have a named character from Gremlins, and we'll have a line of dialogue to give a little je ne sais quoi, a little bit of extra oomph for the program. And this year, Cast and Crew Call is coming up. It's next Saturday, as I'm talking to you right now, May the 27th. It's going to be happening at Reunion Bar and Grill in Old Sacramento. It's upstairs, and it's in Old Sacramento on 2nd Street. You're not going to want to miss it. All the deets are right there at that website, CaliforniaFilm.net. Please, if you are an actor, if you are a communicator, if you are a DP, if you are craft services, I don't care. Do yourself a favor and get signed up. Come on out to our Cast and Crew Call where you're going to have a good time and you're going to learn all about the 48 Hours Cali and the 48 Hours Sacramento. Congregate, celebrate, compete for that $1,000 grand prize. And now, Rudy, go ahead, bring me back in, because without further ado, I have to bring to you the young lady who was the winner. Now, let me set this up. She won last year. She came out of the blue. We didn't even know her before. She wasn't in our workshops and doing all that stuff like I'm encouraging you to do. But somehow, some way, we're going to learn right now what that is. She was able to come in and out the blue. She showed up at our Cast and Crew Call last year. She wrote a script, made a movie, got in with a good team. And that's what you could do this year, too, is get in with a good team at that Cast and Crew Call on the 27th. So without further ado, this is the lady I've been talking about. Her name is Tierra Buffin. Let's introduce her the proper way. Hi, Tierra.
Hello. Thanks for the proper introduction. How are you?
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's give her propers. Tierra, it is a pleasure to be able to chat with you. And it's been a minute since I've seen you, but we also did replay your film at the Sac Black Film Festival, Cine Soul, back in February, I think it was. And I think I don't know if you stuck around for it, but we had a really great panel discussion. We had some people that came in and came through for that, some big names that came through. Chief Daniel Hahn, Sacramento Police Chief. Who else? Genoa Barrow of the Sacramento Observer. We had some really wonderful people that came through, and you were one of those. So I want to just thank you so much for that. I would like to start right now, because folks at home, I'm sure, want to know how you came into the filmmaking game. You're originally from Oakland, California, or where are you from?
I'm from Oakland. Yeah, I'm from Oakland. I went to school for media production. I went to like a community college, Laney College in Oakland. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. They had a real good media program, and that's when I kind of just pretty much learned the basics, got an associate's degree, and I went on to do a bunch of like corporate work, did some work for Tesla, Amazon, safety videos and things like that. But at heart, I'm a writer. So I do a lot of writing, and I always wanted to be a director. So I say I'm a writer, right? But I aspire to be a director. And that's kind of how it started.
And so you started writing, and you had your media background and education. Now I understand that you've worked with some big names in the rap industry. You want anything you want to share with us? Some stuff, some projects.
So actually, so before even dibbling and dabbling in media, I was actually a musician. Sometimes I get embarrassed now because I'm much older. I'm 36, and this is when I was a lot younger. So,
oh yeah, you're so old now.
But I went on tour with Snoop Dogg. I've done a lot, so I have like a lot of connections. So when I first started doing projects, I was able to, I did a documentary with Mr. Fab. He's from Oakland. He's I don't want to say local rapper. Mr. Fab, he's giant, he's huge, he's big. And he does a lot of stuff for our community. So it was great to be able to link up with him and do a documentary. The documentary was called Loyal to My Soil, and it featured a whole bunch of female artists, female rappers who were just, giving their perspective in the game. There's plenty of projects I can go on, but yeah.
Well, and so what actually really kind of piqued your curiosity about media that made you want to just like, throw your hat in the ring? Because let's face it is a male dominated industry. Definitely. And a lot of times females, for whatever reason, and of course we don't want to see that happen. So I applaud any female that can come into a male dominated space and carve out her own lane. But I mean, what for you was the inspiration that made you want to go ahead and do this?
Well, it's actually really deep for me because I'm an activist first. So I'm associated with organizations like the NAACP, a lot of youth organizations. I'm a foster parent. I have my own nonprofit, Urban Ladder, that works with for prison reform and youth development. So I pretty much wanted to, it was about having a voice, right? I saw media as a platform to have a voice. So art, media, anything that gave me a voice, I was always interested in. I don't know. I just one day just decided to do it. I'm like, I need a bigger voice because I have motion. I'm making a movement, right? But I want to reach more people. How do I reach more people? And it was interesting. Decided to go to school, learn it, and went from there.
Was there a moment or a movie or a TV show or just something that moved you to the point? Because I know that oftentimes I find that to be the case. In my case, it was the film Star Wars, right? People that come out of my generation, a lot of them, that's what kind of like tipped them to get into it. What was it for you? Was there any particular, was it just a desire to want to make a difference?
Yeah, it was because for African Americans, I think one of the movies that stood out to me was kind of like Lean on Me. And I just saw like these young Black kids kind of like showing a reflection of the things that I saw in my daily life growing up. So it was kind of interesting to see that. And that's kind of when it hit me. Like I first started saying like, this is my favorite movie. And I questioned myself, like, why? Is it because it's the best production? Is it the best actors? And it wasn't that. It was that this movie gave these young fellas and people like them a voice. Right. Yeah. So that's kind of like what was the aha moment for me.
Wow. Talk to us about this movie. Now, I'm going to actually play the movie here. It's only 6 minutes long, folks. And by the way, if you're talking about making one of these 48-hour films, I know if you're sitting there at home going, gee, I'd love to do that, but I ain't that bold. I can't make a movie in 48 hours. We're going to pick her brain about that. And by the way, you can ask questions too. Just type them in the chat. They'll pop up. And if you have a question, I have somebody said, I love Gremlins. It was so cute. Thank you. But if you have any questions for her, just go ahead and type it in the chat, and I'll ask her. So we're here for you folks. If you want to know what it's like, you can find out. But before we look at this piece, tell us what the name of the piece is, and if you could just give us a little a little idea about what the inspiration was for the piece, and then we'll go ahead and play it.
Okay, so the short is called Switch, and it's starring Michael Norwood and Moesha. I can't think of her last name. Wonderful actress. And what was the question? I'm sorry.
Just
We were like,
what was your inspiration for this particular piece, other than the fact
so
that you had
actually, you guys kind of created the platform for it, and that's one thing I wanted to make sure I say. Like for those people, because you said if you're an actor, if you're a producer, if you're not those things, still come out and still audition, because this is a good opportunity to get your first experience. And this wasn't necessarily my first experience, but it was more so my first experience in entertainment, as opposed to things that are more like,
actors type stuff. Yeah, I got you. Interesting.
So yeah, so I would encourage everybody to come out. But like when you guys gave me the topic, I don't know, it just came to me. It popped in my head. It was like, it was very challenging too, also because this is not the type of writing that I do at all. Like this was more like science fiction and all that. That's not the type of writing that I typically do. I like to think that I'm diverse, and I think I kind of proved it with this one, right? But the motivation just came from like all the people who showed up. Everybody was excited. The people who I worked with, they were motivated, which definitely made me motivated. I felt like I had to carry, our team, not that they were incapable, but just that I wanted to make sure I showed up as a writer and a director.
Yeah, and I'm looking at, it looks like somebody says, do you have an artist or a musician that is your personal inspiration? If there was one person, who would that be? Or maybe there's many.
Yeah, DMX, great poet, rapper, great poet. He had like, I guess his personal life was just like, he was very resilient. Like he had a lot of struggles coming up. I read his book when I was younger, and I think
did he just pass like about a year ago?
Yeah, he did. My favorite artist growing up, and that's what made me want to do music. And like just his poetry, you know what I mean? His poetry,
and so many struggles that he had to overcome. I was reading about the life of Craig Mack,
right?
East Coast rapper who, like DMX, also had similar, trials and tribulations, and had to kind of like go through those. But not everybody rose to the level. But I mean, I definitely hear you, man. DMX is that's an inspiration.
It's really unfortunate because it doesn't appear that he overcame his struggles, but he still lived like a great life. If you just look back on everything that he gave to the people and everything that he gave to his children, his family, like he still lived a great life. And yeah, that was definitely motivational, because that's what I plan to do. Just live a great life, give as much as I can, help as much as I can, leave a lot behind,
That's what I'm talking about. All right, well, here it is. Without further ado, the name of the film is Switch. It was the grand prize $1,000 winner, which we're going to give her that $1,000. Looks like we're going to have to do it at the film festival this year. So if you come to the film festival, you get an opportunity to see that. But for those of you who missed it when it played at last year's 48, here it is. Switch. Check it out.
Gang. Still got it. You already know what it is. Bro, I know you still ain't stalking Sasha Page. Damn, you thirsty.
Look. She just put up a new picture. Look.
Damn. Okay, I can see why you still on baby line.
Yeah.
But look, on the real, you've been stalking her since we've been in like 4th grade, bro. You might as well shoot your shot before it's no longer an option.
How you doing? Your order will be out in a second.
Thank you.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Sasha.
You want your usual?
No, I want to try something different.
Okay, what can I order for you?
Let me get the double cheeseburger and the seasoned fries.
You're always eating so healthy. I never took you for a double cheeseburger.
Well, I never took you for the type of girl that works more than she plays.
Okay. Well, I want to play. I'm just waiting on my tall, dark chocolate man with locks, My knight in shining armor.
I'm sure he's waiting on you too.
Double cheeseburger with seasoned fries, table 2, please.
Hello? Hey, Dr. Chet Winfield. Yeah, my name is Ryan Upshaw. I'm just calling about that gene manipulation experiment I seen you had online. Yeah. Of course. Yep, I could be there today. All right, see you then.
Okay, so these pills are based on your specifications. Okay, tall, dark, masculine, with dreadlocks. You need to take 2 pills once a day for 30 days. All right, and keep a journal of your experience so we know how things are going.
2 pills once a day.
2 pills once a day.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh man, Miss, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
You all right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
it's okay.
Let me buy you some coffee.
It's okay.
No, I insist. Yeah. You okay?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
What's your name?
Sasha.
Sasha.
Yeah.
Your heart, keep it in your pocket for safekeeping. Don't ever let nobody be the reason you throw it out. You stop caring about it. Don't let your head get in the way.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
So glad I met you.
I'm glad I met you. So.
But what is this?
Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. What you mean? The pill wear off in an hour, man. Boy, look at you. Pill wear off in an hour. Boy, just be yourself, bro. If she love you, she'll accept you. Oh, you bought?
Dr. Whitfield, this is Ryan. Please call me back. I need more of the pills. Man, I've been calling you all day, man. I need the pills.
I'm sorry. I don't have any more
No,
pills.
what the hell do you mean? I need the
I
pills.
don't have any more pills. The FDA shut us down. It was an experimental drug. Okay? They cut my funding.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You gotta be kidding me, man. Sasha,
My break
I need to
is
tell
10
you
minutes. Can it wait?
no, I have to tell you now so you can understand.
Hey, Morris.
Ah.
Sasha, it's me. Look, Sasha, I'm sorry. Look, I never meant to lie to you. I never meant to lie to
Let
you.
me go. Ryan. Come with me.
Yo, why you got me in this dark ass bathroom, Sasha?
I am not a human. I am a robot.
Yo, what the?
Oh,
my dad.
yes.
Thank you.
Oh, that was cute.
That was so fun to make, I promise. It was so fun.
And look, and for all of the short men without locks who aren't dark, most have to feel his pain. That was cute. That was really cute. And I also like the little switch
Right.
at the end. That was cool.
And it was made in 48 hours, literally, not a minute longer.
Folks, listen, this is the director right here, Tierra Buffin. Why don't you put her name up if you can there, Rudy? Tierra Buffin. And if you have a question for her why don't you go ahead and put it in the chat? And with the time remaining here, we've got about another, 6 or 7 minutes to chat. We'll try to get that out. And again, unless I'm remiss, what you saw there was the winner of the 48 hour. Now, as you can see, there was, it was a little rough around the edges. There wasn't exactly like, filmmaking that you would think of in the Hollywood Cineplex, but sometimes it's about the story. It's about the resonance of the characters. You had some really great actors there. So folks, please, if you get an opportunity, do yourself a favor and make sure that you get in, because I've had it's happened before where I've had professional filmmakers get in and then they got mad that they didn't win. Right? Okay, so that's not me, that's her. And then if we can get it to transfer over to her at some point, we're going to go ahead and take it down. We'll figure it out. But what I'm saying is, folks, you're not always going to have the professional, the person that you think had the best, beautiful, gorgeous images, not always going to win, because it's all about that story. And I could see that came through with what you were doing there. It really came through. And what do you think would really happen in real life if something like that went down, Tierra? Like if
I would be freaked out. If anybody's switching to anything around me, I'm running. I'm running for the hills.
Would you ever do that? Would you ever switch up and take a pill to make you something else?
Well, if it was possible, nah, I think I like being me. I won. Why would I want to be anyone else? I won.
Sure did. You sure did. All right, I'm waiting for a couple of questions to come in here. Kevin B is watching, and he says he applaud. Everybody's giving you a big applause here. Joshua, Megan, thank you guys.
I really do want to continue to encourage everybody to just give it a try, because for me, for a long time, I kind of got stuck in the corporate field, and I was like scared to switch over to like more creative work. And this was like that. This was that me switching over. And I came in very nervous. So don't let your nerves stop you from doing this. If this is something that you want to do, go for it.
And tell me who those wonderful actors were right there. So we already know Monisha Harmon, the young lady that you saw there. Now, Michael Norwood was the guy after he changed, right?
Yeah, Demetrius was the guy. Mm-hmm. But he was the first guy. And then the doctor was his name's Brian. And you didn't get to see we had Judah. He was the guy who was playing basketball with him. But then we also had myself and Wes, and we were behind the cameras. Wes was amazing, great support.
What did Wes do? Now, we all know Wes. Wes has been working with us before, but how did he help you out in this? You guys met at the cast and crew call, right?
We had talked on the phone once before that, but that was my first time meeting him that day. So 48 hours, we got to know each other really well.
I guess so. Well, and what was his role? Was he like
photography? Yeah.
Got it. Well, you guys really did a fantastic job, and we're really, really excited. Monisha just chimed in right here. She's watching. Hi, Monisha.
Hey.
Good to see you, if only on film. Hopefully we'll see you next.
She was amazing. So I want to encourage any writers, producers who are out there to work with her. She was so easy to work with. Like I said before, very motivating, and made me bring my A game, because I saw her bring her A game and I knew I couldn't let anyone down. So yeah, definitely reach out to her.
I've been in love with her. You know what? We had we do another thing called Fashion on Film, and one year she came to audition for it, and I'm not even sure if she actually even walked in the Fashion on Film, but all I remember, she had this little red dress on, and it had the little pleated skirt, and that memory is emblazoned in my mind for all time. Okay, so, Monisha, I love you, baby. The music was amazing. Finding music is a challenge. This is Kevin B. Did you have any musicians lined up ahead of time? Great question.
Yeah, actually, Michael Norwood is actually a musician, so that was a plus. Also, too, we use free music. You can go online and get free sounds, so you can always use free sounds, especially for something like this. And then also network, you guys. Get out there, network, meet people. If you don't know a musician, go meet one. It's easy. Musicians are looking to get their music out there. Trust me, I was a struggling artist. So yeah, that's my advice.
I got Monisha actually chimed in and said, "Thank you for all of your hard work and your encouragement. I love your vision." I assume she's talking to you, but I'll take the compliment too, Monisha.
Thank you, Mo.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. And now, listen, we got about about a minute and a half left. So if you guys have any last minute questions, hurry up and pop them in there. But what's next for you, Tierra? What do you got coming up?
So this has encouraged me to do some more work, just like to kind of get some messages out there. So right now there's a whole bunch of youth in foster care without homes. We have 10 times more youth than we have homes. So I have a project that's kind of based around that I'm working on right now. I'm actually still in the writing phase, but wrapping it up so that I can begin the next process. But I just want to be able to shed light on the stuff that people don't think about a lot, and that's where I'm going with it.
Ethan Eskelson says your movie was great. I remember cracking up in the theater when the switch in the mirror happened. So good! Exclamation point 3 times. And somebody else, Sean, says it was a pleasure playing the doctor. Hi, Sean. Thank you for being a part of it. So, Monisha,
I said Brian. I'm so sorry, Sean.
Yeah, you called him Brian. Sean, that's Sean.
I fumbled. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Sean. Sean was great. Like Sean's like one take. He's the one take wonder. Like you just one take and it's done. You don't have to reshoot. Like he's really good.
Well, that makes an interesting point because, people come together for a very short period of time to make movies, and then they make memories for a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And you go about your separate ways, but you'll always have that testimony to those 2 days. And by the way, I want to say one more thing. We encourage people to start writing their script ahead of time. Yes, we will give you a theme and different things that have to be incorporated, but it's how you incorporate those. And if you want to start working on a script ahead of time, just remember that everything in the 48 from stem to stern, from beginning to end, is 6 minutes long. So you don't have to have a whole, in fact, don't try to make a whole feature. You just got to make something short and snappy. Tierra, it was so much of a pleasure to talk to you. If you had one last thing that you wanted to leave us with, what would it be?
Just keep going, you guys. Don't stop. Go for it. If you want it, go get it. It's out there. I
heard that. We are going to be out there next Saturday, the 27th. That's for our cast and crew call. Again, all the deets are at that website, californiafilm.net. On behalf of Tierra Buffin and her wonderful crew for this wonderful 48-hour film, Switch. This has been Martin and I. You've been watching The Breakdown. We'll see you next time. Peace out.